All right.
The lights went off and the vessel capsized.
A skilled diver named Emeka was working deep underwater on a routine job.
And I was there trying to and the WC fell on my head until my head.
He was inspecting an oil rig when suddenly, disaster struck.
And I was there struggling on how I can be able to open the door.
A strong underwater current hit him hard, pushing him into a narrow underwater cave.
When I was right in the water, when I have access to nothing.
The entrance collapsed behind him, trapping Emeka inside with no way out.
I don't know he's up to 3 days because I was thinking it's just a day, maybe it's getting to the evening.
Emeka's air supply was limited and panic started to set in.
Tell him to keep drinking the water. Where's water? Drink it.
The darkness was complete and the water pressure was intense. Despite this, he stayed calm and focused on surviving. He knew help would take time to reach him. His family and team on the surface had no idea where he was trapped. For 3 long days, Emeka remained underwater, battling the cold, darkness, and fear. His story would soon become one of the most remarkable survival tales in Nigeria's history. This accident was just the beginning of an incredible fight for life against all odds. Underwater trap, after the sudden collapse of the cave entrance, Emeka found himself trapped deep underwater, in a tight, dark space with no way to escape. The water was cold and murky, making it difficult to see anything beyond his own hands. The strong current outside the cave had pushed him in, and now the heavy rocks blocked the only exit. His diving gear was running low on oxygen, and panic was his first reaction. But Emeka quickly realized that panic would only use up his precious air faster. So, he forced himself to stay calm and focus on breathing slowly and evenly. His survival depended on controlling his fear. Inside the cramped space, Emeka had to conserve his energy. The water pressure was intense, and the cold began to numb his body. He was alone, surrounded by darkness, with no sound except the bubbles he exhaled. Time felt endless, and every moment was a fight to keep hope alive. He tried to search for any possible cracks or openings in the rock, but the cave walls were solid. With no tools or help, Emeka was trapped in a nightmare. His mind raced, thinking about his family and how he could escape. Despite the terror, Emeka held on to hope. He prayed quietly, reminding himself that he was a strong diver with training and experience. This mindset was his anchor in the endless dark. Days passed slowly as Emeka stayed trapped underwater, fighting to survive against all odds. His story would soon spread far beyond Nigeria, inspiring others with his courage and resilience in the face of death. Survival fight. After the rescue, Emeka's life changed forever. He was rushed to the hospital, weak and exhausted, but alive. Doctors were amazed by his survival after being trapped underwater for 3 whole days. Emeka faced serious health challenges, from dehydration and cold water exposure to muscle loss and possible infections. But his spirit remained strong, and he was determined to recover fully. News of his incredible survival spread quickly across Nigeria and beyond. People everywhere were inspired by Emeka's courage and willpower. His story became a symbol of hope and strength, showing that even in the darkest moments, humans can fight back against impossible odds. Emeka's family celebrated his recovery, thankful for every moment together. They said his bravery and calmness during the accident saved his life. Emeka himself spoke about how he never gave up hope, how faith and positive thinking helped him survive. This experience deeply changed Emeka's view of life. He started sharing his story to motivate others, encouraging people to face their challenges with courage. Many saw him as a hero, not just for surviving, but for inspiring a whole nation to believe in resilience and the power of the human spirit. Though the accident left scars, Emeka's story reminds us all that even in the worst situations, hope and determination can lead to survival and new beginnings. Rescue efforts. When Emeka was reported missing, a search and rescue operation began immediately. His team knew the risks he faced, but they had little clue where exactly he was trapped underwater. Rescue divers and specialists were called to the site, ready to brave the dangerous waters. They searched for hours, using sonar and underwater cameras to scan the oil rig area. The collapsed cave made it difficult to reach Emeka, but the rescuers didn't give up. Time was running out, and every minute mattered. Above the water, Emeka's family waited anxiously, hoping for good news. The rescuers coordinated closely, planning the safest way to enter the cave and bring Emeka back alive. They prepared oxygen tanks and safety ropes for the tough dive ahead. The operation was risky and complicated, but the rescuers were determined. Their hope and skill would soon meet Emeka's incredible will to survive, setting the stage for a heroic rescue that would amaze the nation. Heroic rescue after the rescue, Emeka's life changed forever. He was rushed to the hospital, weak and exhausted, but alive. Doctors were amazed by his survival after being trapped underwater for 3 whole days. Emeka faced serious health challenges, from dehydration and cold water exposure to muscle loss and possible infections. But his spirit remained strong, and he was determined to recover fully. News of his incredible survival spread quickly across Nigeria and beyond. People everywhere were inspired by Emeka's courage and willpower. His story became a symbol of hope and strength, showing that even in the darkest moments, humans can fight back against impossible odds. Emeka's family celebrated his recovery, thankful for every moment together. They said his bravery and calmness during the accident saved his life. Emeka himself spoke about how he never gave up hope, how faith and positive thinking helped him survive. This experience deeply changed Emeka's view of life. He started sharing his story to motivate others, encouraging people to face their challenges with courage. Many saw him as a hero, not just for surviving, but for inspiring a whole nation to believe in resilience and the power of the human spirit. Though the accident left scars, Emeka's story reminds us all that even in the worst situations, hope and determination can lead to survival and new beginnings. Aftermath: after being rescued, Emeka was rushed to the hospital, where doctors worked hard to stabilize him. He was weak and dehydrated but alive, a miracle after being trapped underwater for 3 days. The medical team monitored his condition closely, treating hypothermia and possible infections. News of Emeka's survival spread quickly across Nigeria, inspiring many. People admired his courage and the brave rescue team who never gave up. Emeka's story became a symbol of hope and determination in the face of disaster. In the days that followed, Emeka slowly regained his strength. He received support from family, friends, and strangers who were moved by his struggle. Emeka also spoke publicly about his experience, encouraging others never to lose hope, even in the darkest moments. This life-changing event taught Emeka and everyone watching that human willpower and teamwork can overcome even the most impossible situations. His journey didn't end underwater. It was only the start of a new chapter full of hope and courage. Inspiration: Emeka's survival story quickly became an inspiration to many. Trapped underwater for 3 days, he showed incredible courage and strength. People admired how he stayed calm and fought for his life against impossible odds. His experience taught others the power of hope and determination. Emeka's family, friends, and even strangers were moved by his will to survive. His story reminds us that no matter how dark a situation seems, never give up. Emeka now speaks about his journey, encouraging people to face challenges with bravery. His survival is a lesson in faith, patience, and the human spirit's power. Through his story, Emeka inspired a nation and beyond. His fight underwater proves that with courage, even the greatest dangers can be overcome. Thank you for watching this incredible story of Emeka, the Nigerian diver who defied death underwater. His courage and willpower show us how strong the human spirit can be, even in the darkest moments. What would you do if you were trapped like Emeka? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more amazing real-life stories that inspire and shock. Stay tuned for our next video, Lost in the Snowy Mountains for 21 Days, with only candy to eat.